Let's go. I don't know what you're going through, but we stopped by to tell you that what's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you. Your destiny, your promise, your future. You might as well shout before you get it, because God sent me here to tell you that what he has for you is gonna be big.
Thank you all for attending this extraordinary event, and tonight we are taking the time out to thank our nurses for all the care they have provided to all the patients, friends, and families. We dedicate this night to celebrate your commitment, your compassion, your perseverance to providing top-of-the-line health care to all patients.
Say breakthroughs in the room.
Breakthroughs in the room.
It's yours if you want it. Anticipating. God's
I'm so thankful for Top of the Line, Alisa, and the Top of the Line family. I call them like every week, like almost every day. And nobody ever has an attitude or anything that is like, hey Erica, what you need?
And I just love to love people. Anybody that know me at work, they will tell you that I love to love.
It's gonna be
Listen, don't let negativity, doubt, or your haters convince you that God is not about to bless you. It's gonna be.
and it's gonna be
What's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you. You gotta learn how to praise God before you get it. Say, I believe.
I just want to say thank you, and just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for everything you've done for me and my family.
I don't do this for anything fortune or anything like that. I do it because it's what I love.
Thank you so much for everything. Everything. You know what I'm talking about.
They have set the standard in what an organization should be. Top of the Line has supported me from financial, medical, and even personal well-being.
Thank you for taking a chance on me. You have changed my life forever, so that I'm able to help change my baby's life.
I just want to say thank you to the Top of the Line family. You guys are amazing. I have been a nurse over 30 years, and I have never had a boss who put me excellent as you are.
Thank you for your employees is amazing, and US Bank is, happy and excited to sponsor this.
I'm running into destiny.
The best family I've worked
We started from the bottom.
Can't even try to explain.
So much respect that focus gives just to you and your team.
Gonna blow your mind.
It's what healthcare is supposed to be about.
Acceptance and the love and caring. St. Jude's Hospital for Children is going to get $4 grand.
God is about to blow your mind.
My dream is to be a leading company in manufacturing of my products. And I am focused on meeting that goal.
First of all, I want to thank all you nurses, CNAs, medtechs. We really appreciate y'all. We love what you do.
I would do anything just to make your business prosper. I've been in here with nothing.
My promise is big. The new job will be big.
Thank you for everything. I love you guys.
They show lots of compassion, they show love, they show understanding and support.
Thank you for everything.
It's a beautiful night, man. This is actually 2022 Top of the Line healthcare staffing, bringing top quality professionals to nursing homes and hospitals of America.
God's about to blow your mind. God bless you. It's gonna be.
big.
All right, family, I need for you to order your book, right? We're going to make the call to get the client.
This is the book on how to create 7 figures in your business, right? So it's make the call to get the client. Make sure you have ordered your book or you're ordering your book, right? You don't want to miss the tips in this book. You find out so much stuff to help you take your business to the next level. So click the link at the bottom. Let's make this call. Let's get to this bag, y'all. It's your girl, Alisa Applewhite, the real Alisa Applewhite, your CEO 3 times. And y'all, look, we are taking this challenge. We are having a challenge, right? This challenge is called Make the Call to Get the Client. Again, that's Make the Call to Get the Client. And in this challenge, I show you how I targeted premium clients and how in less than 2 years, we created 7 figures in our business. So people always say, you say 7 figures, how much did you create? So in less than 2 years, we created over $5 million of revenue in our business by using these principles and methods. So I advise you to go ahead and take this challenge. So this challenge is for business owners that want to learn how to target premium clients. It is specifically for healthcare staffing owners that want to know how to target healthcare staffing clients. But there is principles and methods in this challenge that general business owners can use to target clients in their arena. Look, y'all, I have been practicing these skills. I've been in healthcare for about 18 years now. And one thing I know how to do is target a premium client. So I want you to come on and target these clients with me. Why? Because if you have a healthcare staffing agency or you have a business and no matter what you're doing, you're unable to get clients, then this challenge is for you, right? I want you to be able to live out your dreams and your goals. I want you to be able to help your community. I want you to be able to help your family based on the revenues and profits that you're bringing in, right? So the only how we can do that is we got to take the challenge. So make sure you click the link below and you register for the challenge today. I will definitely see you. If I don't see you, I'm going to call you for sure.
Hey family, how you doing? Hi. My name is Alisa Applewhite. I am the real Alisa Applewhite, your CEO 3 times. And the episode we're going to talk about today is, let's get to it. It is episode number 33. We've been live 33 times. That means for 33 days we've been going live. So episode 33 is, why do hospitals hire healthcare staffing companies? So this is questions and answers brought to you with your CEO 3 times, and is, why do hospitals hire healthcare staffing companies? All right. So let's get to the meat of it. Again, I am the real Alisa Applewhite. And I get this question all this time. Why do you go live Monday through Friday, right? I said I was going to go live every day. I tried the Saturday. I tried the Sunday. I was taking too much time for my kids. Like, we like to go away on weekends. So I took it back and I said, you know what? We just going to do Monday through Friday. Saturdays and Sundays, you still get information because I'm having the replays go, right? There's 33 live episodes of information, right? So definitely you can learn from it, and you can hear it once or twice and you can learn from it. So we go live every Monday through Friday because I get questions. I get asked questions in my DM, my email, text messages. Still be trying to figure out how people get my cell phone number. That still amazes me, right? I get phone calls on different types of questions. And I said, I wish I had time to answer everybody's questions, but sometimes I just don't. So what happens is I wrote down this list and I was like, I'm going to answer a question every day. And y'all, I think that last time we went over the list, it was like 100 and something questions that I have to answer. So it's like, it keeps growing because every day people keep asking me questions. So I want to answer your questions. This is why we go live to help you. Another question. Oh yeah, we gotta put the time on because I respect y'all time like I respect my time. My hard stop is 12:30. That's it, right? 12:30 is a hard stop, so I give you 15 minutes of information for sure. All right, so the timer is on. So I get this question all the time. Why do they call you CEO 3 times? And it's simple, y'all. I got 3 companies, right? So they say, why do they call you CEO 3 times? Because I have 3 companies, right? So me and my husband have Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing. That is the company that staff medical professionals in hospitals, nursing homes, and doctors' offices. And then we have the TOT Heart of Gold Inc. That is my baby. That is my nonprofit, right? So with our nonprofit, we help medical professionals with rental assistance, childcare assistance, daycare assistance, mortgage assistance, education scholarships, financial literacy assistance, right? So the goal is to grow so much money in this that we are taking care of the holistic medical professional. Why? So they can take care of the holistic patient like me or you, right? Because at any day in the moment, anybody can become a patient. And that is my reminder to the world is, you want to make sure we're taking care of our medical professionals, because if you pass out on the streets, you want to make sure that person has nothing but compassion and clarity to do the skills that they have to take care of your life. And they're not worrying about, oh my God, I got to go pick up my kids right now. Oh my God, I got to pay this bill. We're about to get, like, it gets real, right? You have to forget all of that and still take care of patients. So I'm really, really big on patients. All right. So then the third company we have is The Real Alisa Applewhite Consulting. This is what questions and answers was brought to you by The Real Alisa Applewhite Consultant. We just don't do question and answers, right? So we partner with hospitals to teach them on how to retain their staff. We also teach medical professionals specifically, and we have courses for them on how to become more compassionate and more in tune with the patient. And then we teach other healthcare staffing owners on how to target premium clients, because depending on the client, it can change your business, right? It changes your flow when you have premium clients, right? All right. So that is why they call me CEO 3 times, because we have 3 companies and that is what we do. So let's get into it. We got 12 minutes and 37 seconds. It is episode number 33. Why do hospitals hire healthcare staffing companies? And for those people who are just joining me for the first time, what I normally do is I answer the question, but I give 3 points. And sometimes I go off on a tangent. Y'all go off on a tangent. You just got to say, at least come on back. Because I've been wanting to give you so much information that I feel like information has changed my life. And I know that if you utilize it, that it will definitely change your life. So these are primarily for people who want to know, why do hospitals hire healthcare staffing companies? All right. So the number one reason is a temporary staff to fill needs quick, right? So the hospitals are hiring healthcare staffing staff or medical professionals because they need help now, right? They need help tomorrow. And normally if they hire somebody, it can take anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days to get them in the system, get them trained, get them moving, get them utilized to a floor, when you can sign a contract with me today and you can get an experienced medical professional at that bedside of that patient and know that that person is going to take care of that patient. So this is one reason why hospitals hire healthcare staffing agencies, because they need that temporary staff and they need them quick. All right. So number 2 is medical professionals with more experience. So why do hospitals hire healthcare staffing companies? Because usually in healthcare staffing companies, you have medical professionals with more experience. So the reason why you have that is because me personally, being a medical professional for 14 years, I did ICU, ER, I did what else? Psychiatric. Like I did everything except for labor and delivery. Never done labor and delivery. Why? Because I had 5 children. Didn't care to see anybody's stuff. Didn't care to deliver any more babies. I was good on children, right? But I was there. I cared for the elderly. I cared to take care of the mother after the baby, right? I cared to make sure that all patients get treated with the compassion and dignity that they deserve. So God blessed me to love the elderly and the people without the babies, right? It's a special population of people who love to take care of babies. I just wasn't part of that population. All right. So medical professionals with more experience. So when I got enough experience, I started traveling as a nurse for 7 years. I also traveled COVID for about 2 years. But that's, again, I came with 11 years of experience from ICU and ER. So you can put me in any unit and I would thrive, right? Because I had the experience. And most medical professionals that have years and years of experience, they go to staffing agencies. Why? Because they can get paid more money. And number 2, they get to get placed in different areas and different arenas, and they get to just focus on using their experience, right? Not the politics of the hospital, not the politics of the nursing home, just going in there, being this strange person. And it could be in Hawaii, it could be in Alaska, it could be in the Virgin Islands, and you're just going there and your primary focus is to take care of the patients, right? So hospitals know that as medical professionals age or they get more experience in nursing or in their particular profession, they normally go to a staffing agency, if not full-time, sometimes part-time. So you are most likely going to get a medical professional with more experience than you would if you got them in a hospital and they had new grads coming in and that they were training, right? Staffing agencies normally don't hire new grads. Usually the hospitals require 1 year or more experience, right? So they normally don't hire new grads. We hire new grads for our clients, right? Because at the end of the day, the goal is to get somebody there with the patient, right? So we hire the new grad to go be with the client and try to help negotiate their salaries in a way so that they're getting effective pay, because they're now committed to that building for anywhere from 12 months to 2 years, right? So number 2 thing, a medical professional has more experience, and this is why hospitals hire staffing companies, because that's where you find the more experienced medical professionals in the staffing world. And people always say this is number 3, right? People always say, Lisa, I don't understand how is this number 3. So number 3, I'm going to say this. Why do hospitals hire healthcare staffing companies? Number 3, because it's cheaper. And they say, how can it be cheaper if, for example, the hospital's paying you $80 an hour or $100 an hour, but they're paying that staff $35 an hour, $28 an hour? How is it cheaper? Why? This is why it is cheaper for hospitals to pay for healthcare staffing companies than it is for them to pay for regular staff coming in. So now you get your regular staffing, you get, let's say, an RN in the hospital. Your RN in the hospital now has to go into that hospital. She gets paid about $32 an hour. It might be cheaper than that. It might be $28 an hour, depending on your region, right? So say if that RN is now hired to that hospital, right? So you pay her $32 an hour. Boom, you got to pay that RN $32 an hour. Then that RN has to train with another staff. And she normally has to train anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, depending on what specialty. If she's in the ER or ICU, that training can be up to 6 months, right? So now you have the $32 an hour RN, and let's just say the other RN is $32 an hour, right? So that is $64 an hour that you're paying 2 staff to do one job. Right? So it's already $64 an hour. Say if you're paying the agency $100 an hour, right? Say if you're paying them $80 an hour, right? So in the hospital settings, it's usually about anywhere from $80 to $100 an hour you can bill a client, right? So we're just gonna go on a higher end and say 100. In some hospitals, you could bill higher, right? So we're just gonna say 100. Right now, we have $64 an hour that you are paying for multiple weeks, anywhere up to the day to 6 months, that you are paying per hour to train that one medical professional that you hired. Okay. Now you have that training. Now, say if that medical professional had experience, now you're going to offer them a $10,000 or $20,000 bonus. So now that bonus, that $10,000 or $20,000 bonus, is added on top of the $64 an hour that you have to pay for them to get trained. All right. So then that person is now full-time. So now if that person's full-time and they get health insurance, say if their health insurance, right, is $200 a month. Well, most facilities, not most, this is in all states, you have to pay 50% of that bill. So any employee that you have health insurance on, right, the employer pays 50% of that bill, right? So say if, again, that health insurance is $100 a month that you have to pay, that employee pays into you. Well, now you got to pay an additional $100 a month for the employee. All right. So now you pay the $10,000 bonus. Now you pay the $100 a month, right, for the employee. So the employee, we're only doing it for 6 months. That is $600 extra that you're paying for the employee, plus the $64 an hour, plus the $10,000 bonus. All right. Granted, now, God forbid, say if that employee fell, right? We got 4 minutes. If that employee fell, now you have to pay for workers' comp on that employee, right? So now you have to pay for a workers' comp claim. But even if you don't have a claim, if that employee never fell, you now have to pay workers' comp insurance on that employee, right? And workers' comp insurance is based on their payroll, like how much money that person is generating. So if that person is generating, let's just use an example, right? If that person is generating $2,000 a week, right? If they're generating $2,000 a week, we'll say 20% of that is $200, right? So now that is an additional $200 per week that you have to pay for the employee, plus the $600 that you have to pay in the 6 months, plus the $10,000 bonus that you gave them, plus the $64 an hour that you have to put out, that the hospital has to put out for a total of 6 months, right? So that is nothing compared to this $100 rate that I'm going to give you per hour, Why? Because if that employee falls, that worker comp is on me. When that employee goes into your building, I pay that workers comp, not you. I didn't even add professional insurance in there, right? So if you have professional insurance, like for every professional that comes into the hospital has to pay professional insurance. Now with the staffing agency, the hospital now doesn't have to pay professional insurance. They now don't have to pay workers' comp insurance, right? If that employee gets hurt, that claim goes on the healthcare staffing company, right? Now they don't have to pay the $10,000 bonus because that experienced medical professional is coming in. And say now they don't have to pay for that additional training. So that second nurse that you got to train that person from that day to that 6 months, you don't have to pay that. You got your staff ready to go, ready to start working day one. So you're making your money back off that person. Why? Because as many patients that come in and out of those rooms, right? Those rooms are billed per night, per day, right? So if you got an experienced medical professional in there, they could get it moving like this. Like I could do admission and discharge without any issues, right? So we could get it moving like this. But if you got somebody that's training, now that patient sits even longer, right? And depending on if you're even going to be reimbursed for the patient, right? There you go. If you're even going to be reimbursed for the patient, you can't even get a new patient in to being reimbursed on a whole new reimbursement level. So it is cheaper. It is cheaper for a staffing agency for a hospital to hire staffing agencies than it is to hire their own staff. Now, my theory is, which I think is a realistic theory, is if the reason why hospitals want their own staff, because they want them to belong to them. They want their staff to be committed to them, not belong, right? Because we're all people here. They want the staff to be committed to them. And when they're in a staffing agency, the commitment is less likely, right? Except when you work at top of the line. Because when you work at top of the line, I always tell people, you're not representing top of the line, you're representing yourself. And if you can't put a great image of yourself out there, there's no need to work for me, because there's nothing I can tell you or teach you to help you become that great image. That's why we already find great nurses. We already find great CNAs because they know how to represent themselves. And that is what I'm going to say. So we got 30 seconds, y'all. I told y'all we're going on the rant. You got to bring me back, like Alisa, come back. All right. So I like to do this again and go over everything that we did. So why do hospitals hire healthcare staffing companies? One, temporary staff fills the needs quickly. Two, medical professionals, they usually have more experience. And three, it is cheaper. And I just broke it down to you why it is cheaper. All right, so I want you to follow me on all social media platforms. Make sure that is the timer telling me I'm out of time. All right, so I'm still 12:20, so good. So make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms. That is The Real Alisa Applewhite. Again, The Real Alisa Applewhite. My husband is in the back of the curtain, but he got the baby today, so it's The Real Alisa Applewhite. All right, let me dismiss this over here so y'all won't hear this sound. And I say this to y'all all the time. Go to Facebook and like my page, right? Come to Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be doing this live because Jose, the black dude with the Spanish name, told me to do this with the phone every day. So I'm definitely going to be going live on Instagram as well. But make sure you go like my Facebook page. You can review a lot of my content on YouTube. I have a lot of content on YouTube, y'all. Make sure you're definitely going to look at these videos. It's hard to talk to two cameras at the same time. That's why I just need one way. I need somebody to figure out one way for me. All right. So that will be the end of the live. Let me go ahead and play the commercials. As always, I tell people I absolutely love you. I don't even know you, haven't met you, right? And if I have met you, then you truly know that I really do love you and I really do care about you. And I am so glad that you woke up today and that you have decided to be with me on this live. And I want you to know that God loves you way more than I can ever explain. Sometimes I don't know why, but he does. So make sure that you are sticking with your higher power. Make sure you're doing everything in your will to be the best entrepreneur that you can be. All right, family, I'm going to go ahead and hit you with these commercials. Don't leave because we got some commercials for you. All right, let's go.
Let's go. I don't know what you're going through, but we stopped by to tell you that what's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you. Your destiny, your promise, your future. You might as well shout before you get it, because God sent me here to tell you that what he has for you is gonna be big.
Thank you all for attending this extraordinary event, and tonight we are taking the time out to thank our nurses for all the care they have provided to all the patients, friends, and families. We dedicate this night to celebrate your commitment, your compassion, your perseverance to providing top-of-the-line health care to all patients.
Say breakthroughs in the room.
Breakthroughs in the room.
It's yours if you want it. Anticipating. God's
I'm so thankful for Top of the Line, Alisa, and the Top of the Line family. I call them like every week, like almost every day. And nobody ever has an attitude or anything that is like, hey Erica, what you need?
And I just love to love people. And anybody that know me at work, they will tell you that I love to love.
Listen, don't let negativity, doubt, or your haters convince you that God is not about to bless you. It's gonna be. What's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you. You gotta learn how to praise God before you get it. Say, I believe.
I just want to say thank you, and just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for everything you've done for me and my family.
I don't do this for anything fortune or anything like that. I do it because it's what I love.
Thank you so much for everything. Everything. You know what I'm talking about.
They have set the standard in what an organization should be. Top of the Line has supported me from financial, medical, and even personal well-being.
Thank you for taking a chance on me. You have changed my life forever so that I'm able to help change my baby life.
I just want to say thank you to the Top of the Line family. You guys are amazing. I have been a nurse over 30 years, and I have never had a boss put me excellent as you are.
Thank you for your employees is amazing, and US Bank is, happy and excited to sponsor this.
I'm running into destiny.
The best family I've worked
with.
We started from the bottom.
So much respect that Focus gives just to you and your team.
Gonna blow your mind.
It's what healthcare is supposed to be about.
Acceptance and the love and caring.
St. Jude's Hospital for Children is going to get $4 grand.
My dream is to be a leading company in manufacturing of my products. And I am focused on meeting that goal.
First of all, I want to thank all you nurses, CNAs, medtechs. We really appreciate y'all. We love what you do.
I would do anything to make your business prosper. I've been in here with nothing.
My promise is big. The new job will be big.
Thank you for everything. I love you guys.
They show lots of compassion. They show love. They show understanding and support.
Thank you for everything.
It's a beautiful night, man. This is actually 2022 Top of the Line healthcare staffing, bringing top quality professionals to nursing homes and hospitals of America.
God's about to blow your mind. God bless you. It's gonna be.
Big.
Healthcare is affected by everything, right? You could be walking and have a stroke or have a heart attack. Now you are in the healthcare system, right? You can just all of a sudden start having mental issues, and now you're in the healthcare system, right? You could be minding your business and somebody can come in and shoot you, or hit your car or something like that, and now you are in the healthcare arena. And this is why healthcare is so important to me, because to me it matters who's at the bedside, right? So I always say to people, it doesn't matter to me that I have a nurse that say, hey, I'm a nurse or I'm a CNA, and they show up at the building, right? That doesn't show me their integrity. Their integrity, their accountability, their professionalism, it shows when the door is closed. That is how you know how true a person is to their mission of being a healthcare professional, right? It's how they treat the patients with the doors closed. And my goal is to help to educate healthcare staffing owners and also medical professionals, and again hospitals, on how to help medical professionals get back to that mindset of how to treat people when the door is closed. Alisa Applewhite, your CEO 3 times. This is going to be a millionaire mindset. Tip number 1, your new friends' conversation should make your old friends uncomfortable or intrigued. Let that sink in.